If you are working from home because of COVID-19, then you can claim home office expenses. But hold on, you have to have been working from home for at least 6 months of the year. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Hi everyone, my name is Sandy Swamdwini and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking all things home office expenses. As you have noted, because of COVID-19, a whole lot of people now are working from home. And also because of COVID-19, you find that most businesses have been unable to keep up with their rental corporate offices. As a result, they've opted to go and work in their home office. So this is a topic that I thought I should cover because there's a whole lot of office expenses that needs to be deducted by people. So if you are in that position, or if you know someone in that position, then please listen up. But before we continue, I would like you to please subscribe to my channel if you like the content, obviously. And if you like the content of this video in particular, I would like you to press the like button. And if you want notifications when I upload a video, then do press the notification button. As I mentioned before, if you work from home for at least 6 months of the year because of COVID-19, then you are eligible to deduct home office expenses. But then there's a criteria that you need to meet in order to deduct those home office expenses. But firstly, let's have a look at what constitute home office expenses. I'm just going to look at the ones that are general for everyone. So the list of home office expenses that you can deduct are rental paid, that's if you are renting your home, rates and taxes, interest on your bond. Please note, interest only, not the whole bond amount, guys. Super important. You can only deduct the interest because your bond installment is made up of interest and the capital amount. The capital amount is not deductible for tax purposes, only the interest portion, because the capital amount is like you're getting an asset for it, so you can't deduct. It's not an expense. But I'll explain that some other time, or if you want me to explain that further to you, then you can just always comment down here and maybe drop me an email, then we can do a whole lecture on that. But for now, interest only. And normally the interest is the biggest portion, right? Because the banks do us like that. Interest is normally the biggest portion, so that's what you can deduct for your home office expense. Okay, right. Cost of repairs to the premises. Cost of repairs to the premises, not renovations. Repairs, not renovations. Again, I would like to emphasize repairs, you guys, not renovations. Repairs is when you break a cupboard door and then you get the door exactly like that one or similar. Nothing's changed, basically. It's like it was never broken. Even if, okay, you might even get a different color or whatever, but what I'm trying to say is you were repairing something that was broken. Repairing something was broken or dilapidated or whatever the case. But a renovation, however, is when you decide, okay, you know what? Let me put a garage or let me put a second garage in my house. Now that's a renovation and that's going to increase the value of the property. That is not tax deductible because it increases the value of the property. Again, back to it's capital, not deductible. Again, email me if you, or call me if you want more explanation on that. I'm just going to leave it there. Repairs, not renovations. Repairs, not renovations. In other words, if you had grass and then you decide, you know what, you're going to get those expensive tiles now and not the grass, that's going to increase the value of the property, right? Because now you went and got expensive tiles that were not there and it looks nicer and whatnot. That's a renovation, not a repair. Okay. Cost of stationery that you use at home, that's deductible. Office equipment that you can claim depreciation or wear and tear on. Cost of business calls from private home telephone. If you have a private home telephone and you often use it for business calls, that's deductible. Cleaning services, if in your house you have a helper or you have a cleaning service that comes in maybe a few times a week, a portion of that you can deduct depending on the home office. domestic or related expenses, as I've mentioned, wear and tear allowances for assets used in the home office, e.g., your laptop or cell phone. When I am referring to home office expenses, those are the expenses that I will be referring to in this video, okay? Now I'm going to be moving on to the requirements that you must meet in order to deduct home office expenses for your home office. Like I said before, you can't just boom and say that I work from home and therefore I want to deduct home office expenses. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. SARS just doesn't. Yeah, no. Imagine, oh gosh, almost all of South Africa would deduct, eh? That would be awesome. But no, that's not how it works. In order to be able to deduct home office expenses, there are requirements that you need to be. There are requirements that you need to meet first, and one of them is that your home office, it must be a space specifically for working. In other words, you cannot sleep in there and then wake up tomorrow and make it your office, or you cannot it can be your kids' playroom and then you wake up the following day it's a home office. No, it must be space specifically for your home office. In other words, that area is, if you have maybe a desk, if that's what you do at home, you have a desk, you have a laptop, you have a chair, that space is specifically for working. And the following day it doesn't become a playroom, and then the following day it becomes a bedroom, and then the following day it becomes a garage. And yeah, no, that space must be specifically for working. That's one of the requirements, unfortunately. Serious. One of the requirements is that that space must be regularly and exclusively used for work. Underline exclusive. Like I mentioned, you can't sleep there. Then it's not exclusive if you can sleep there. It's a bedroom/home office. No, that's not what SARS wants. Even though there are a lot of people who get away with this. But I'm just telling you what SARS wants and what SARS says. Exclusively and regularly used for the office. For work. Requirement number 2. Requirement number 3. If you are a commission earner, then more than 50% of your income must come from commission. So this requirement is specifically for commission earners. Say for instance you're a commission earner and you have a home office, and less than 50% of your income, commission income. In fact, your commission income makes less than 50% of your total income. Then you can't deduct your home office, unfortunately. But if you're a commission earner and you meet the 2 requirements I've mentioned, also over and above that, more than 50% of your income is commission, then you can deduct. I will be doing a video. I don't know if this is the first video that I'm going to upload before the commission earning income video, but I've done a commission earner video income. I've done a video on commission earners. I just don't know at this moment you are watching this video that has been already uploaded. If not, please look out for it. It will be uploaded in a day or 2, but I've done a video on that as well, so please look out for it. If it is there, if I've already uploaded it, then please check the description. Sorry about that. My planning needs to be better, I know. Now the 4th and last requirement for home office expenses is that if you're a salaried earner, this is now for salaried earners, then you must have worked at home for more than 6 months of the year. In other words, the tax period starts from March up until February. In that period, in that year, then over 6 months of it must have been worked at home. 6 months or more of it must have been worked from home. You must have worked at home for at least more than 6 months of that tax period. And secondly, the amount of hours you spend at home must be more than the amount of hours you spend in the office. So 2 requirements if you are not a commission earner, you're a salaried earner. 1, you must have worked from home for more than 6 months of the 12-month period of the tax year. Number 2, you need to be spending more hours at home, in your home office, than in the office. And this now goes out to you who are working from home because of COVID-19. That's for you. 6 months at home and more hours at home than at work. Because obviously, if you spend more time in the office, then that wouldn't make sense for you to be deducting home office expenses, would it? Yes. So look out for that. Very, very important. Look out for it. So if I were working from home because of COVID, what I would make sure, number 1, is that I've been working from home for more than 6 months of the year. And number 2, I would keep track of my time that I spend in the office to go do printouts and whatnot, meetings, and also the time that I spend at home. Very, very important. If you see that there might be, if it's close, then rather keep track of the time, because you might never know. SARS might even ask for it, because remember, this has never been the case ever. This is the first time ever in a very long time that we're dealing with COVID, and we've had to deal with people now working from home because of COVID. So rather have more information than not have information when SARS asks for it. So rather, you make sure that you keep track of your hours at home and keep track of your hours at the office, so that if SARS asks for it, then you're able to provide. And maybe have your supervisor sign your schedule of hours worked in and out of the office, so that you have someone to back up what you are saying. Have someone sign it, look at it, whatever, so that at least when SARS asks for it, then you're able to provide it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know. Just let me know, please.